What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Let's Play. Hopefully you guys are having a fan-freaking-tastic day. And with that being said, guys, this is what we worked on in yesterday's, the last episode. We worked on this horse stable, and I think it turned out pretty nice. I am very pleased with the final results, and I've moved these guys over here. I moved over that big chest. I haven't gotten around to moving this one yet, and I also haven't bred up any of the horses. I haven't really been feeling like doing that because we already have some bomb horses, but in the future I will be doing some more breeding and stuff, and that will be all dandy over there. Now, well, one thing that I need to work on is I have all these dirt pillars, but as you can tell, we have a new dirt pillar over here, and that's because we are going to be starting a new project today. And you guys probably figured that out by the title of the video, so I don't know why I need to explain it. But if we come up over here, we are going to build our lake right to where that wheat field or that small wheat farm is, right in this general area. I'm going to push back these trees a little bit because they are in the way. I'm gonna have to get rid of that wheat farm over here. This was one of the first things I did in this world. It's kind of funny that it's still here, but we're going to put it over here, and it's going to be pretty big, and it is kind of a terraforming nightmare, but I like terraforming in the game. And as you can tell, we have all of the material that we are going to be needing to make this lake look awesome. And here's what I'm talking about. The lake, like, it goes down, and then we have this super steep part right here, and if I don't know how we're gonna really make this work out, but I have a general idea in mind. But the first thing we're going to have to do is get rid of these trees, and then we can get started with the layout of the lake and all of that. So I'm gonna get to it. No need to waste any more of your time, guys. We are gonna hop right into our little, building scheme thing, and then right here is where the giant, well, not giant, but the pretty big lake is gonna go. After a little bit of time, this is the overall shape that I have decided to work with, and it looks pretty good from up here. It looks a little small. However, if we come up to it, you can actually feel that this is pretty big. I mean, if you stand all the way over here, like, this is a pretty big lake. Now, I was originally planning on making it bigger. However, I don't think I am going to because of, I don't know, I just liked this size, and I kind of have an idea for how to make this look good. So I think we're gonna roll with it. And one thing that I have been thinking about is exactly how we are going to design this. Now, I'm thinking about having the water level be one lower than the ground. So the water level would actually be over here, so it'll be one lower, and then we'll work around detailing stuff around that. And I think that this is just going to be better. I don't know, it's going to be a little bit different. We'll see how it works out. But once again, this lake is here so that this little river thing makes sense. We're going to have a stream that comes down through here somewhere and links up here. It'll probably be somewhere over here because, as you can tell, right here it starts going down that way, and it also goes down this way. So I think somewhere right here is where it will enter, and then it will climb up into here and go into this lake. And I think that's going to look really good. But we have a lot of work to do because, making something look good and natural, but also making it look like nice, takes a little bit of time, and this is going to be a lot of tedious work. So I'm not sure how much of it I'm going to capture, but we'll see what we get done. If we look at the map really quickly, let's see what this looks like. Yep, so it looks like this right now. So it doesn't look very promising. And obviously, the grass has grown in some places and stuff. But this is the general, or let's put it in the right spot. So this is the general idea of how big it's going to be. It's going to be this area right here. And I think that that's a pretty good size. It is a little bit smaller than I was anticipating. We might make it just a little bit bigger, like come up to here, but we'll see how that goes, guys. But regardless, I'm gonna get some work done on it because, I mean, we have to start it eventually. I'm kind of when you like procrastinate something a little bit because it's gonna take a while. That's kind of what I'm doing right now. But I just need to get going because once I start we'll be good. So I'm gonna get going, get some more materials, and then I'll catch you guys when I'm done. A little bit of time has passed, I'm not gonna lie. This has taken quite a bit of time to do, but this is what we have so far, and I'm actually really proud of the results. So as you guys can tell, I'm gonna come down here. We have made it so the pond, or the pond, I'm referring to it as a pond now, but the lake, or whatever you want to call it, it gets deepest over there. Now what I've decided to do is, instead of making this side completely flat, I'm actually gonna embrace the fact that there's this little cliff thing here, and we're gonna make this a little bit of a cliff. And I made this the deeper end to make it seem as if like you could jump and like go swimming, and like, you know, you want it deeper over here and stuff. So that is what I have done over there, and I've also built up all of these sides like this. So all of this has been terraformed over here. It's not great, it doesn't look good by any means, and neither does the pond. I mean, we have random gaps and stuff, and I haven't swapped out any of the blocks over here. It's gonna be completely, you know, sand, gravel, and stuff like that, I think, but I haven't worked out all the details yet. But this is where we are at with this. Now the next step is actually the step that's going to be the most fun, and that is we get to detail everything. Now this is really fun because it's what's gonna make it stand out. Like right now it looks pretty good. I mean, I'm happy with it. It looks nice, but there's, you know, it's kind of lame, you know. Now one thing to show you guys how much this has actually taken, like look how much durability I have off of this, and then look at all of this material that we have gathered from making that as deep. Well, this was already here, but this is all the material that we've gathered just from clearing out this much right here. And that right there is how I have so much stone in my storage system. And one thing that this project has made me realize is I have grown out that storage system when it comes to dirt and like stuff like that, the stone. So I need to make some sort of a bulk storage system somewhere where I just store cobblestone, stone, and all of these that I have so much of. But anyways, the next part is obviously detailing. Now when we're gonna detail it, we have all of these blocks right here, and I'm not sure entirely how we're going to detail this necessarily, but I'm thinking we take some coarse dirt, some podzol, some sand, we'll take some gravel, and then some stone. I'll do a little bit of it on camera with you guys after we sleep. Fully rested, and it is go time. So what I'm thinking about doing is we're gonna have smooth transitions. Now on the edges right here, I haven't decided if I want to do sand, gravel, coarse dirt, or what I'm going to be doing. It might be a little bit of a mix of all of them, because I want it to look a little bit messy, but I also want it to look good at the same time. And then another thing that we are definitely going to be doing is using slabs and creating kind of like a more gradual like bay area. So we're going to be using these, putting them over here like so, and I think that that's going to look really good and be really nice. Now I don't know how much of the podzol we're going to use. I'm gonna try and be a little bit cautious with it, but I basically want to make this look very smooth, like a smooth gradation. And we're gonna come in through here also and do stuff like this to make it a little bit more smooth as well, because I think that that will look a lot better. And this should be waterlogged, so I don't know, we'll have to fix that as we go, but I think that that will look really good as well. Likewise, we have bone meal, so we're gonna put a bunch of seagrass in there, and it's gonna look a fan-freaking-tastic. Now what I'm gonna be doing with the soul sand is in certain areas I'm going to place it in so it looks like bubbles. So if I place it right there, as you can tell, it creates, or all of those need to be, oh, there we go. I think it did it. Yep, it did it. So as you can tell from a distance, you can't really tell that that's soul sand, and it should be creating bubbles. So when you're like actually in the water, it looks really cool. And I'm gonna get some buckets of fish and stuff, and then it's gonna look cool when the fish like walk over here and then they jump up. Now I don't think that all of that is water source, so if we just grab some of these buckets, I think all we have to do is place them down like this, maybe. All right, let's go like this. All right, what is not a full source of water? Okay, I guess, oh, there we go. There we go, we did it. So now all of this, as you can tell, we're jumping up and down, and that looks really cool. We did mess up the water right here though, so let's fix that. There we go. So as you can tell, when we're gonna have fish and stuff in here, it's gonna look really cool because you're gonna be able to see the water bubble up like that, and I think that's very interesting. And then when you come What the heck? Why does it like disappear? I guess it might just be the particles that disappear for a second, but regardless, it's going to be producing bubbles like that, and I think that's going to be really cool when we have fish walking on through here. Every now and then the fish should jump up like that out of the water, and I think that that's going to look really realistic, and I'm very excited for that. But I've got a lot of random blocks to place down and then making this a cliff and all that, and I'm not sure how much of it I'm going to record because it does seem a little bit tedious, guys, but hopefully you guys are liking the way that it looks and all of that. But I'm going to get to some more building, and I'll catch you guys when I get some more progress done. We have finished, guys. I know I did almost all of it off camera, and I apologize greatly for that, but I kind of got into a groove, and then once I got into it, it was I just wanted to get it done. I was going so hard. I was, you know, what the heck, I'm confused why this guy's not underwater, and then I remembered we have these guys all over here, guys. But this is what the lake looks like. I'm gonna swim around right here so you guys can see all the detail that I put down here. All of this is, you know, made to look good and stuff. And what is happening here? I think that was just a glitch, but as you can tell, all of this has slabs. We've got the, you know, the soul sand that pulls you up and everything, and there's a couple things that we need to do still and stuff like that, but I'm gonna get into that in a bit. But let's look at this, guys. This looks really nice. If we come on over here, I made kind of like a cliff, like I mentioned before. I wanted it to be, you know, deeper over here, and I think this pulls off the effect really nicely. And by putting some grass in the back over there and stuff, it really makes this look secluded, and it looks really nice. I also put this in place over here, so this is the little stream that connects up into there, and I think that looks very nice. And if we climb up on top of our dirt pillar that is a temporary, we can see what it looks like. Now, I am gonna be the first one to admit it does kind of look out of place, but everything looks out of place until we get more stuff built around it. Once we get a couple houses over here, a couple houses over here, this space especially needs something over there. And with all of that, it's going to fit in pretty nicely, and I think it's going to look really nice as well. Now, as you guys can tell, I am growing some pumpkins over here, and that is because we need to light up this area, and I don't have glowstone, and I don't really feel like going to get sea pickles, so what we're going to do is use some jack-o'-lanterns and place them down throughout here. It would be nice if it would turn to nighttime so we could see specifically where we need to place some of them, but all we're going to do is break some of those, place that down, and then that should be enough light. I don't need it to be super bright down here. I just want it to be bright enough so we can actually see at night some of the detail that's down here, because as of right now I don't think you can. So just a little bit here and there, and obviously once we get more of them, I will more of the jack-o'-lanterns, I will place some more of them down. Ooh, because that looked, you can tell the brightness right there helped a lot. We'll place another one right here. This is our last one, and then we'll go up, and it should be turning nighttime pretty soon, so then we can see what it will look like at night. I also want to get some fish to put in here so it actually looks realistic. Now, I'm not sure exactly how it works. I think all you have to do is get some water and then go down to the river. They should theoretically spawn here. I'm actually not sure how that works, so I'm not gonna say something that I don't know about, but we should be able to find some if we just come down through here. And let's see, is there any fish just lurking about? I know there's gonna be a ton of drowned, but let's see. All we need is some salmon. I'm fine with some salmon and that. Oh, there we go. So do I just, yep, wait, did I get him? Wait, I'm confused. Hold on. How do I just right click? Yep, wait, I think okay, I need to chill. Grab him. Okay, there. So we got him. Now we're going to go get one more, and I think this pool right here. There we go. Now we got two of them, so we're going to go back. Oh my goodness me. We're going to go back up there, and as you can tell, our waterfall looks really nice, and eventually I will update that and make that look good as well. You know, a lot of stuff on this world when I first started, I didn't really finish. Like, look, this doesn't even connect up to there. It's just kind of there, and it doesn't look good. And you know, there's a lot of loose ends on this world, guys, but that's the beauty of playing on it again and sticking with one world instead of, you know, doing like 10,000 let's plays. And ooh, I need to, can I fix that right now? Nope, I can't. I can, yeah, well, No, well, I'll come back to that. But if we come up through here, we should be able to just swim all the way up here. So that's kind of handy. You know, I'm pretty sure we could take a boat all the way up here and all of that. But let's go see what... Ooh, I thought I broke that. Let's go see what this looks like. And it's definitely going to need a little bit more light than that. It looks really patchy right now, and I don't really like it. But let's go ahead and place down that fish. And then we'll come up over here and place down this one. And there we go. So I'll work a little bit more off camera, getting a couple more fish. But as you can tell, when they get into that little area, I don't know if you guys could really see it. Oh, see, the fish like jump out of the water, and I really like that because it makes it so you can see the fish more often, and it makes it like, you know, when fish jump out of water. So I think that's very, very cool. One thing I do want to do is come up over here and look at it. So this is how it looked when we refreshed it earlier in the day, and I'm very curious as to what it looks like now. And there we go. We're gonna have to load it in. I didn't think about this. All right, let's come up a little bit closer. I think that's all of it loaded in, and that looks really, really good. We might actually have to, well, let's see what it looks like when we put it down. Oh no, that looks really nice like that. That's crazy. We do need to refresh this one because I did break some of the trees. There we go. And if we place it back down here, look at that. That looks really good. This looks a little bit weird. I might have to work on that, but I actually don't mind it. At the same time, it's kind of interesting. And there we go. It's interesting that we can see these little... I think that's where I put the soul sand. Apparently, we can see it. And honestly, I kind of like that. It makes it look like there's some stuff in the water. I'm actually a fan of that. But look at that, guys. We have our lake placed in there, and obviously, like I mentioned before, it does look out of place. We do need more buildings around it, and I do need to work out this. I either need to make it not so straight or something, because it looks really weird as of right now, but we'll get used to it regardless. But this has been a very fun episode so far, and I'm gonna get a couple more jack-o'-lanterns going over there, and also go ahead and get some more fish, and then I will wrap things up. Alright guys, so I've done a couple of updates, and as you can tell, look how cool that is when the fish jump up out of the water. I really like that effect, but I have added 4 fish inside of here, and I have placed a couple more jack-o'-lanterns in places. Now, there is a couple glitches with the water where this should be waterlogged, but it is not, so we're gonna have to go through and fix that every now and then, but it should not be that big of an issue. I don't know why exactly it's not waterlogged, but they are not, and I just messed up that water, so that's gonna be a little bit tedious to do. I might do it off camera, but for the most part, this thing is fully completed, and I'm very happy with the results. Oh, that is actually really bothering me. Let's go ahead and fix these ones that we can see right here really quickly. And I want to say, I apologize. I think I did most of this off camera. I'm not sure how I'm going to edit the video necessarily, but it just so happened that I just was in a groove, and you know, when you're in a groove, you kind of just go for it instead of just, you know, instead of thinking about recording and stuff. You're just itching to just play, and that's kind of what I did today, and I hope it doesn't bother you guys too much, but that is kind of what happened with that. And oh wow, yeah, there's no source blocks at all around here. What the heck? Okay. I've gone ahead and placed in a couple more jack-o'-lanterns, and then a couple more, or I waterlogged a few more of the slabs. That is going to be a little bit of a project. It's kind of hard to tell which ones are and which ones are not waterlogged, but for the most part, I'm just going to say that this is complete. Oh, whoa, there goes that zombie. So that's going to be interesting to see. But anyways, this is looking very good. And I don't want all of the water to be lit up. I kind of like it when just parts of it are lit up like this. I think it looks kind of more intriguing in a sense. But I do really like this. And I hope that none of these fishes will ever come up through here. But we'll see how that goes. But I do really like how we can see them poke up every now and then. I think that is by far one of my favorite features that we have done. And we got a witch, we're gonna kill her, see what we can get, and just a couple of bottles. Nice. But I think this looks really good. I did make this bend a little bit more, but for now I think we can go ahead and get rid of this and call it a quits on this, because I think this has been a job well done for the most part. I am gonna keep that pumpkin farm over there though, just because I'm gonna need to come back in here and do some of the lighting up off camera and then tweak some things, so I'm just gonna keep that for now. But I do want to go look at the map. I want to see if the curve that I did makes that look any better or if it still looks the same, because I might have to work on that a little bit more off camera. There we go, the little bend over there. Did that help it? Ooh, I think that did help it a little bit. Yeah, I like that. So I am gonna have to tinker around with it, but for the most part, guys, that is it for this episode. We got a lot done. I'm not sure how much of it was on camera or how long this video is. I honestly have no clue. I'm gonna have to wait to see until I edit. But as you can tell, you can't really even tell that there's anything up here. But then, oh wow, that was a huge lag spike. But once you come up through here, you can tell that there is, obviously, if you can't tell there's a lake here, I don't know who you are, but this is a job well done in my opinion. So if you guys enjoyed this video and you guys want to see more of the Let's Play, please let me know in the comment section below. And by leaving a like on this video, I do appreciate any and all support. And there we go. We got some of the fish jumping out of the water. Very cool. Very awesome. But anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Have a safe and enjoyable rest of your day. And I'll see you guys in the next one.